Hey guys, welcome back to the ETC podcast, which now is pretty much just a podcast, right?
Yeah.
We don't need to you guys asking questions all the time.
Well, no, we do, but
here's some questions.
Yeah, here's some
Formats are for suckers.
You guys are still the show.
Yes, that's the thing. It's become more than just questions and answers, I guess you could say, without stealing the name from something else. But we've had a lot of guests on, and now we're the guests because we had someone unfortunately back out last minute. That happens. Yeah, the fact that we've gone this long without anyone doing it yet is pretty astonishing.
Yeah.
So
he was a child, so
yeah.
it's fine.
Yeah.
A child backed out of our podcast. I don't blame him at all.
Yeah. But without further ado, Elliot.
Red Eye Maniac asks, did you watch the Democratic debate? What are your thoughts on Clinton versus Sanders?
Ooh.
Hoping they're talking about Colonel Sanders.
Delicious chicken. That man has delicious chicken.
No, Bernard Sanders, it was great watching him just be the angriest old man ever.
One of the best jokes I read online afterwards was Bernie Sanders always looks like he's just been building IKEA furniture for the past 2 hours. He's so passionate about everything he talks about. At the very least, like, hold on, we have
a bus
delivery happening outside.
We have Bernie Sanders. His bus just arrived.
Yeah, I heard you guys were talking about me. No, I think that it's good because he actually seems very passionate about what he's talking about. I might not agree with all of his policies, but you can't do that with any candidate. But I think that when he talks, he says it in a way that makes you feel like he actually gives a shit.
Yeah, he does not a whole lot of bullshit.
Yeah.
He kind of made a career of just being pretty honest and shooting from the hip.
He got in some heat though in the beginning. Did you guys watch the whole thing, or
was it the guns thing?
The guns
thing.
Yeah. I thought Anderson did a really good job of putting him on the hot seat with that kind of stuff.
I think by putting him on the hot seat, he kind of made a great point for Bernie Sanders for reaching across the aisle in a lot of ways, because everyone can go up on that stage and make promises about policy. Yeah. Bernie Sanders is the guy that's standing there going, you can't just wish something to happen and say it's going to happen, and then
you can't just walk over to Wall Street and say, guys, stop it.
Yeah, no, that's the thing, is he was like, there's a process in place, and you have to get America as a whole to understand and want this specific thing. Yeah. And he has actually like he has a good place to stand on because he's from Vermont, which is a rural area. Those people,
they like shooting stuff.
They will not, like, they love hunting. They're not going to give up their guns immediately.
Yeah. And
then you have these other candidates saying like, well, we'll heavy regulations and blah, blah, blah. And he's the one going, it's not realistic.
Yeah.
I'm here to be realistic.
You can't just do that.
And sometimes that doesn't work.
I don't know, the whole thing's dumb. It's Cracks did a really great podcast like a couple weeks back that was essentially about why you should not bother paying any attention to this election until about May of 2016.
Right.
And I think they're pretty much right. Like, it's just none of this matters.
Yeah, the only reason why I don't remember. This is my first time really in my late 20s, obviously being going through an election, but I don't remember.
Your vote finally matters?
My vote finally matters. So Obama was the first president I elected.
Yeah.
Or I
personally.
voted for. Yeah, personally elected. But I don't remember back in the day before Obama, us caring about a primaries this much, like pre-CNN.
Well, it's great TV. It's all like, it's just
great entertainment.
Media. Like, I mean, other countries, I know like the UK and Germany have like laws in place where like the election season is actually like legally defined as a certain period of time. It's usually like a month or two before.
Get those regulations out of here, Elliot.
And you're like not even allowed to campaign before then.
Right. This is America.
So if these other countries are able to all reach a decision on who they want running their country in like that short of time, why do we have like an 18-month election cycle?
You're asking a question that has so many like implications to it, because why can these countries have gun regulations? Why can these countries have universal health care? Why can these countries have college for their citizens? This is America, baby.
Yeah.
That's why.
Bootstraps. Pull yourself up by your bootstraps.
Because this election cycle is worth billions of dollars to the entertainment industry. CNN, Fox News, MSNBC, all of these things that are just banking on it.
Yeah.
So that's why.
Even the Daily Show. Even the non-bad guys.
Yeah, exactly. They're making tons of money on it. Even us. We've talked about Trump. The fact that the Republican Party has like 15 guys running in it right now, like, yeah, give everyone a voice. Sure, just let them talk. We'll get ratings.
Yeah.
It's
just
really
how it works.
bad because, I mean, the cable news networks in America already spend very little time covering actual news.
Yeah.
And having an election season that's like a year and a half long just gives them even less reason to talk
it's more
about
than
what's
that.
actually happening in the
Yeah.
world.
It's ever since Obama got reelected, it's always been who's the next president.
Yeah.
Really,
Yeah,
it's
stupid.
and then even before then, it's like, well, even Obama be reelected, so he has to basically campaign for himself to be reelected 4 years
Yeah.
later too. So it's American Idol. It's constantly happening all the time.
I was old enough for the second Bush election, and
Yeah.
I did not vote and
me
got
neither.
in a lot of trouble because we were on tour with this band called Rise Against.
Oh.
And they were very political,
you didn't
and
vote?
they were like, "Did you guys vote? Did you do your mail-ins?" Because we were out on tour, and we're like, "No, we just didn't really care." Both of them seemed terrible, and they were just did not like that at all.
Well, Florida actually matters in those elections.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
You got Bush elected.
Apparently, we didn't
Reelected.
matter because the first, the hanging Chads back in what was it, 2000?
Yeah.
it was that was a whole thing.
Yeah, I didn't vote in 2004 because I was on a college campus, and then I waited till the end of the day, and then I saw the line. I was like,
That's the problem.
And that's the problem with
well, no, it's, in California, it doesn't matter. Like, California was all just like carry landslide, but
Yeah.
this doesn't.
I'll tell you what, my vote mattered, or actually, you know what, it didn't, because I voted to keep condoms out of porn, and you know what, they were like, we got to use condoms in porn now.
That's the issue I take a stand
That
on.
was my big issue in the last election, and
Condoms
it
in
didn't
porn.
matter because I voted for no condoms in porn.
Yeah. I mean, I guess.
Keep the businesses in L.A.
I don't know. The whole. First of all, the president is not that powerful. He's a head of state, and he gets blamed for everything. He's
Yeah.
like, he literally can steer the ship like 1 degree to the left.
He's just
or
a
the right.
guilt sponge.
Yeah.
If you really want to give a shit about politics, you should actually
Run for
get mad at your congressman and get
Yeah,
mad at your
yeah.
senator, get mad at your mayor or your governor because they
Yeah.
have way more influence in like what actually happens
Yeah.
in your life. President's just sort of there.
Yeah. Well, political cast.
Yeah.
Let's move away from that before we lose literally everyone that could be watching this. So,
Yeah.
Listen, everyone has different political views. We have different political views.
My
you do.
my political view is I want Joe Biden to fall down from the rafters in a sting mask
That's-
and knock over the podiums. And
I think that's what we were saying like the
Yeah.
entire time. We're just like, it would be so cool if Joe Biden jumped into this race.
the lights turn off, and then the John Cena theme song plays, and Biden comes running out with a chair, like, "Oh my God!
Oh, by God, he's
Biden!
killed a man. He's killed Hillary Clinton's campaign.
in the race!"
Yeah. Well, I think that he would be probably just a shoe-in, a perfect fit, because
Yeah.
if you are happy with if you've been happy with what Obama's been doing and what he's gotten done in his presidential campaign or
His approval ratings, it's the worst of any
But
sitting
like
president.
that's also like
That doesn't matter,
meaningless,
yeah.
like because it's like Yelp ratings, like
yeah.
If you're gonna find a reason to be mad about something, like oh, is America perfect?
No.
Okay, well, not happy about that.
Well, everyone thinks everyone in this whole country, sorry, I'm generalizing, but a lot of people think that they should be millionaires all the time. Like,
Yeah.
whatever president is in office that's stopping them from being a millionaire is just ruining their lives at any
Yeah.
time. It's like, if McCain was in office,
We'd all
have
gold
mansions.
Lexuses.
yeah, he was a maverick.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Yeah, move on.
a nicer topic to talk about from Title Fight.
Yeah.
What are you guys doing for Halloween?
I have no idea. I don't think I've cared less about Halloween ever before in my life.
Is it just because you're 30 now?
Yeah, a little bit. So
Yeah.
like usually the past like 4 or 5 years here in West Hollywood, literally right outside the
Oh,
building
yeah.
is one of the largest Halloween parties in the world as far as I know. There's like 20,000 people out
Oh,
there.
it's like 250,000 people.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like the entire street for a mile and a half is packed. And that's like fun, but I'm over it now. You spend the whole night like immediately
Just walking?
losing your friends and trying to like just walk 2 blocks. And I'm not going to do that this year. And then all my other options are parties on the west side, which is too far.
You're the oldest young man in the world.
Yeah, that's like at least a
Well, me and you,
$25
I mean,
Uber.
it's not Halloween, but me and you are going to Big Bear next week for Oktoberfest.
Yeah, I mean,
That's
I'm
just
more,
for
I'm more
drinking beer.
excited for that. Halloween's just, I've had a lot of fun Halloweens in the past, but
You're not going to go door to door getting candy?
bro, no. And also, like, do people in LA even trick or treat? Like,
I don't know.
How do you do that?
I've noticed that there's not a lot of kids in the city in general.
Yeah.
They all
Like in
come in.
Burbank.
they
Well,
all-
my neighborhood has a lot of kids, but like my neighborhood's. Bruce Green used to describe where I live as the ghetto. It's not, but
Well, you live in the ghetto. That's it. That's all I can say about it. You
it's
live in the ghetto.
still it's not the kind of place you really want little kids walking around alone in at night.
Actually, Bruce, it's pretty nice. Nope, it's ghetto.
Yeah,
It's ghetto.
should move to Culver City.
Yeah, perfect. Paradise.
But yeah, no, I've never been home on Halloween night. So I've never known if anyone came and knocked on my door. for
There's some
candy.
kid just with his bag open, just like, what is up with this guy? Every year, have you ever been egged or teepeed?
Not since I was a child.
Okay, fine. Well, Maddie, what are you doing?
I'm going to be at home watching Netflix probably.
Really? What are you
I
going to
don't-
watch? A scary movie?
Netflix and
No.
Netflix and Boo.
I think I'm seeing a concert that night, actually.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. So I'll be doing that. But it's not like a Halloween concert. I'm just going to see a band I like.
I think I'm going to. Actually, I'm going to go to. I forget what it's called. The hard one. I think it's Day of the Dead. To see Kill the Noise the night after Halloween.
Yeah.
So that kind of counts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
So yeah, there
It's
you
always,
go.
I love Day of the Dead. That's like
I've never
one
been
of
to a
my-
Halloween rave thing.
Yeah, you have.
Have I?
Yeah.
Maybe an Insomniac one.
Yeah. No, you've been to Hard Day of the Dead.
No.
These-
Hard Summer. I've never been to Hard
have-
Day of the Dead.
You,
Oh well, maybe.
yeah, you have. Yeah, you have.
Maybe I have.
You
All right.
definitely have.
Okay, great.
I was there.
Fantastic. All right. Well, on to the next one. Maddie, pick a question.
A black nerd asks, who's the most underappreciated ETC member and why is it Maddie? Hashtag Team Maddie S.
Well, the answer is actually not Maddie.
It's
The answer is
Victoria.
Victoria.
It's all Victoria.
It's Victoria.
Because she just, sits in the room and hears
Just the
us say
worst.
terrible things about women and minorities, and she's both. And yeah, we're just waiting for the HR complaint to come through. Meanwhile, just slaving away, editing our bullshit ETC daily episodes and
Making the greatest thumbnails of all time.
What do you guys want for the thumbnail?
Matt Damon, but retarded Matt Damon
Yeah.
from Team America, but him as the Martian. All right, here it is.
Oh, there you go.
There's been a few times where I've jokingly told her what to do in the thumbnail, not thinking she would actually do it, and then she does it, and I'm
Yeah.
just like, wow, this is all right. This is great.
Thumbnailing is an art. I had to do it
is.
last night for my girlfriend, and I got there and I was like, yeah, I've done this before. Let's here we go. And I was like, oh, damn, I don't remember how to do this exactly. It's
Yeah.
just like composition and stuff like that is always a kind of a hit or miss, and you have to keep trying and stuff like that. But she does it so well, consistently.
It's like I've been doing it long enough that I keep meaning to make like a set of YouTube videos, sort of just explaining like things I've picked up.
Do you
over
have
the years.
all of the ETC thumbnails that you've done saved?
Every one that I've done over the last like year and a half is in a folder on my computer.
What we need to do this Christmas, right now we should start, is we need to make a coffee table book of the ETC thumbnails. All in like high res.
Do people buy books anymore?
They do. A coffee table, you just leave it there and people open them and go, huh, that's a cute picture.
I'll put my cup on this so I don't make a water ring on the wooden
Exactly.
table.
Put your cup on our book. That's what we could name it.
Yeah.
Put your cup here.
Or you can just go to our channel and scroll down. And
No.
see them
But
all.
that's the thing is you can do that with anything. You can look at art online.
Yeah.
So we do a coffee table book called Place Your Cup Here, and it's all of the best thumbnails from our daily and from ETC.
I'll have to ask author Dan Casey about how he got his books.
Then you could do a signing too.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, there we go. That's how to make money,
All
right?
right, boom. We're profitable.
We're always looking for ways to try to not starve, basically.
Yeah.
Let's get into the print game.
Yeah, that's right. That's not a dying medium, is it? The print game?
Is Smosh still making their magazine?
That was like
They have a magazine?
it was like Nickelodeon magazine.
Yeah, which I subscribed. I subscribed
subscribed to Smosh?
No, Nickelodeon magazine was a big one for me when I was a kid. But yeah, like Smosh, like 2 years ago, made a magazine.
Like
And-
multiple magazines or
I
like
don't
a
know.
quarterly?
I think it was
We had a
like,
copy of it somewhere.
Yeah, I don't know if it was just a one-time thing or not, but at the time it was like, what are you doing?
It wasn't an iPad
You're on the cutting edge of
magazine?
media, and you're like just going back in time.
I think it's one of those things to just say, like, I was in a magazine.
Yeah,
you just
yeah.
make your own magazine, then you're like, yeah, I'm in a magazine. Like us with the coffee table book. Yeah, we're published authors.
Yeah. True.
There are
New York Times bestseller.
There are some great magazines though. Like I don't think it should
Playboy?
completely go away. No, like Lucky Peach is a great like food magazine.
Oh, of
There's
course.
like
I don't get food magazines.
Oh, they're great.
Or wine magazines.
Lucky Peach is amazing because
I do like
it's-
Better
it's-
Homes. It's great.
I just like looking at like, these pictures in a print version. They never look more tastier than like on paper.
I think you have a different relationship to food than I do.
Oh, absolutely.
Hey, well, you like went like 45 minutes out of your way and waited in line for an hour to get
I mean, it was like a
Momofuku
2-hour trip to Subway there, wait for Momofuku, and then yeah, it was great. That was
you go.
amazing.
All right, well, now that's what you can do. You get a really nice camera and you make a food book.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tastiest travel treats.
All right.
Yeah, why
You
not?
could be the sneaky zebra of food.
Because I like food.
Do like a slow panning shot of food.
montage.
Yeah.
Go to like
God, that's amazing.
Yeah, you need to go to a food truck like festival and just do like crazy.
We got to get like a steady cam and film the food like that and put like dubstep over it.
Oh.
Dude, this is gonna happen. We have to do this.
Is this the Bad Idea podcast? What is
No, this is the
This
best
is a $1
idea.
million podcast.
Yeah, we're just sitting here. Like, if you're out there and you're a what is it, an incubator funder? What do they
like
call
Y
this?
Combinator? You mean?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Just
on,
invest in us.
Zuckerberg.
Yeah, where's the money at? Show us the money. We'll make you a bunch of old media stuff that you can show all your friends. It'll be great. Hey guys, your season-long fantasy football team may be going strong or not, but don't wait until week 16 to get paid.
Now put your fantasy skills to the test every week this season at DraftKings.com, America's favorite one-week fantasy football site. With 1 week fantasy, there's no season-long commitments.
Nope. DraftKings is crowning a new millionaire every week this season, and you could turn your love of football into the payday of a lifetime. This isn't fantasy as usual. This is DraftKings. Welcome to the big time.
So hurry to DraftKings.com now. Use promo code INSIDE and play for free with your first deposit in every Sunday's $1 million fantasy football contest, where first place takes home $100,000.
Delicious. Enter Inside for free entry now. I'm actually more excited about they have basketball coming up on the fantasy site.
yeah.
It's a lot of fun because
T-ball.
it's every single night instead of once a week. So go to DraftKings.com, enter code INSIDE. That's DraftKings.com.
Back to the show.
SkateFan95 asks, where would you see yourself if you didn't work at Machinima?
I feel like we asked.
Yeah, but okay, so what is this related to? Like, if we had never got the job here, or if we?
Like a completely different career path?
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't know. I mean, if I didn't have the job, but I still had the set of skills that I came into the job with, I'd probably be working somewhere and be really unhappy doing some like low-level crap at a LA production house.
Even 6 years down the line.
I don't know. Well, like, because the big problem I was having before I started doing work for Machinima was that even like all of the sort of networking and leads that I had was just inside the entertainment industry that I had no passion for whatsoever.
Yeah.
Basically reality TV.
Well, that's what you're forced to do because those are the only jobs.
So like I had never actually broken into like anything that I actually cared about. So I mean, anything could happen, I guess.
Yeah.
But, like at the time, like the path I was on was just like, oh, I'll probably just fucking direct reality TV 10 years and just hate myself.
Yeah.
So I'm happy that didn't happen.
Yeah, I'd probably still be touring with bands or something, which isn't bad, but there's certainly a plateau where I was at with any kind of career advancement
lifer.
touring. Yeah, no, that's the thing. I have a lot of friends that are lifers and they're perfectly happy with that, but you're never home. You have an apartment strictly for the fact that you can flop there when you're not on tour, and it's not like I appreciate that they can do that and still do it, but like I see a lot of friends that like write heartbreaking posts on Facebook. Like, I haven't seen my wife in like 2 months. Like, yeah, it's sad. But like, I mean, if that's your job, that's your job. A lot of people go out on oil rigs for months at a time.
Great money.
It is great money. I've heard it's great
Career
money.
advice: get on an oil rig, kid.
Yeah, apparently the best advice I could give for a career right now is welding. Everyone, I've seen so many people that I knew in high school that are doing so successfully with owning their own welding business. I know 4 separate people from my hometown that started their own welding.
I mean, I've
business.
always been interested in doing something like that, or like carpentry or something.
yeah. That's good. Those are always good skills.
There's also that friend of yours from home who has found the best job ever, because he murders alligators and then brings them up to New York and then turns them into clothes.
Yeah, Veretta, New York is I think is his clothing company
Genius.
name. Yeah, he goes down and because you can hunt alligators there because there's overpopulation and they have hunting season just like anything else.
Hold meat out and shoot him in the head.
Yeah, just drown them. But yeah, he makes clothing out of alligator skin, which is questionable but very successful.
It looks great.
Yeah, he just bought a house in New York.
Yeah, no. So go kill some alligators.
Yeah.
There's too many of them.
Yeah. How about you, Maddie? What are you going to do? What are you going to do in this company?
I honestly
goes
don't
down?
know I could do anything really else other than like edit videos and stuff like that. But when I was
Start a food blog.
no, I like food, but I don't have anything to really say about it.
Would you
But
watch Maddie's food blog on YouTube? Would you subscribe?
respond right now?
Respond right now. MaddieFood.tumblr.com.
I mean, you can just like follow me on Instagram. I take pictures of food.
there you go.
Yeah, we went to Shake Shack and you...
I went to actually went
Get a hold-
twice. I didn't tell you I went again.
Oh my God.
I thought it was
Sunday.
good. I wasn't blown away by it.
I thought it was really good. I got the Shack Stack the second time. It has the mushroom and the burger.
We're watching
Not
the
as
first
good.
episode right now.
But I got the concrete, which was really
Right,
good.
yeah.
What a cute name.
Concrete?
Is that what they call the burger?
No.
No,
Concrete
that's
is
like
like
a
their
custard?
McFlurry. It's like ice cream with like a bunch of shit in it. But it was fantastic.
I only get ice cream and stuff like that from Dairy Queen because they hold it upside down before they give it to you to show just how high quality it is.
That's coldness you can trust.
Dairy Queen's pretty good. I like
I haven't had ice cream in like 5 years.
Are you lactose intolerant?
Yeah.
At this point, you are.
Very extremely so.
Your body's forgotten how to process it by now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it's a good thing.
Yeah.
Although I have had a few bites of gelato over the last like decade.
You know what? My remedy for an upset stomach is a cup of coffee and a bowl of cereal. Nothing will get the pipes in your body moving faster.
If you're trying to take a shit.
Yeah, if you're trying to just unload
yeah.
everything in your body.
Yeah.
Or like
Okay.
Indian food is really good for that too. Just like
Indian
Yeah.
food is just like
just
curry.
goes right
Yeah.
through you.
Just get it as hot as possible.
Yeah.
Guys, Florida Goth are one of our favorites.
Oh yeah,
Florida
yeah.
Goth.
Nick Kroll's
Kroll's a
favorite.
huge fan
Yeah.
of the Florida Goth.
He wants to know, can we make a couple 2016 predictions? As soon as I saw this question, knew immediately what I was going to pick, and it's because it's already happened in the UK. Hoverboards will be banned.
Oh,
Segways will be banned nationwide.
Absolutely. Well, banned
can you-
outdoors.
But you can't make. So for something to be banned nationwide, it would have to be like,
Every
It would have to
single
go
state.
through. Yeah, it'd have to go through every single state.
They'll be legal in New Hampshire.
Yeah.
Yeah, there'll be some states.
Yeah. Ride free or die.
Yeah.
No, I think that there will be a lot of heavy regulation on those things in public, much like the sweeping regulations of e-cigarettes. Like that spread like wildfire.
Right.
I don't think that they have as many people who even give a shit about these things existing as e-cigarettes, but they're a menace, and they're going to get someone killed.
Oh, it's going to happen.
Yeah.
I mean, just like the owner of Segway or CEO of Segway
Yeah, just rolled off a cliff.
died in a Segway accident, someone is going to just fall off a cliff on one of these swag boards or whatever the hell.
Mom,
they're
can I
called.
bring the Swagway to the Grand Canyon? Sure. I couldn't see
Sure,
anything
son.
wrong with that. What do you think for 2016, Maddie?
I'm gonna make a controversial statement right
Oh,
now.
no.
Oh no.
I think VR is gonna die. next
What?
year.
No. Yeah, you're
is gonna
completely
just be
wrong.
born.
Yeah, you're wrong.
I don't think it's gonna take off. I think it's gonna be okay. Let's talk about in the context of gaming.
well,
Which
no,
is where,
no, no. Yeah,
let's
but
talk
that,
about in the context of gaming.
Okay,
where
maybe, I guess.
where it's kind of like the biggest application right now as far as like where you're seeing it. You're seeing it in a lot of gaming conventions. I think the price point is just too high for consumer at a consumer level. And I'm talking. Okay, here's one. I'm going to specifically hone it down to Project Morpheus. I'm going to talk about and the Oculus being, I guess, somewhat connected to the Xbox One. I don't know how it is, but
it'll probably be streaming, much like the laptop Windows thing.
I don't think that. I think you look at the history, like anything like a PS Move or like these accessories that are like these added, like these things.
Those
that you
things
get
were
for-
paving the way for what we're going to have.
How is the PS Move paving the way for anything we're gonna have?
That was the thing with that track
Motion
your
controls.
Yeah, that so when you hook that up with a Morpheus and it can also scan your room, but you're in a VR environment. My thing with this is every bit of technology always starts out super expensive. it's going to be people getting this stuff and talking about how cool it is, and then the more it sells, the cheaper the manufacturing is going to be. Everyone's going to realize how popular this is, and they're going to be developing stuff that's cheaper. They already have cheap VR. You can go out and get the Samsung one, entry level, $100.
Yeah, but I think the success is going to come not from people buying the first wave of it, but it just sort of being something that is everywhere. Like they have that theme park that it's like almost done. I can't remember where in the country it is, but I think
the laser
Utah
tag kind of thing.
Yeah, the one in Utah that's like you pay an entry fee and you have like a really cool VR experience. I think there'll be shit in malls and like conventions.
I think there'll be experiences that anyone can maybe get in at a certain price point like that. But at a consumer, I can't imagine I look at mainstream success of something like a let's use the Project Morpheus, because that's like the most consumer version of these devices.
Yeah,
it would need to sell I would think 2 million units. And that's just I'm just throwing a number out there because that sounds like a good number. Like for it to be like, oh wow, this is the thing. Like it would be like USA Today. It would be like on Today. Like, oh my god, people are just
It was on the cover of
buying
Time.
these.
Yeah, it's
Well, it's not, the VR is on the cover of Time as a shitty picture, but and also Sony has a really bad track record with these things.
I think
coming out. I don't think that of course the idealistic viewpoint is that like VR is the future of gaming, but I think that it's going to be a future of like hobbyist gaming. Like people are going to
it's going to be a niche.
buy the Oculus is going to be the number one. It's going to be great, but it's going to sell maybe 500,000 units, maybe if that, and it's going to be extremely expensive. You're going to need like an 8-core machine to run these applications.
not in the future. This is all beta, regardless of if it's consumer or public or not. We're all beta testing this shit. It's like the Tesla car. That's a beta. It's a very
I'm not going to go anywhere near it.
But the thing is this has happened with smartphones. It takes Apple and 2 other companies that weren't big to develop touchscreen technology and push it out to a mass market for it to catch on and be successful. And I don't think it's going to come from gaming necessarily that makes it big.
No.
I think it's going to be experiences in VR. Like you're going to do everyone's going to want to download the walk thing, or everyone's going to want to do the thing that I always go back to is that
everyone's going to want to download the walk.
Listen, it's about experience. I think it's going to come down to the fact that you can live in a virtual environment with other people, regardless of if you're playing a game or not.
Yeah.
You're going to be able to connect with people all over the world, and it's going to seem like you're sitting right next to them.
That just sounds so utopian to me. I just don't think from when you're buying something, you gotta think about as a consumer. We all bought PS4s.
I'm buying the fleshlight attachment and fucking the shit out of a virtual girl.
Ricky, you might be an outlier in this situation.
Yeah,
but
I'm gonna get my waifu downloaded
people
as
can
soon
only
as that
buy
thing's
a
released.
certain amount of these devices because they're really expensive.
Now they are.
Well, yeah, but they haven't even come out yet. I just think it's gonna the technology is amazing. I don't deny how amazing technology is. I think that there's some really cool professional applications to that, in the medical field and all that stuff too. I really do think it'll take off at an industrial level and from a professional level, but at a consumer level, I cannot imagine going into a house, just a random house. If I go to some dinner party and seeing them have a VR headset,
I would put it away. I would never let anyone see.
I just don't I don't see it becoming as ubiquitous as a Wii, which that was an anomaly too for people to have a motion controlled gaming system in their living room.
I think we're 10 years away, but I don't think it's impossible.
Yeah, it's still far ways off.
Yeah,
but there's so much investment in it. Facebook,
I think with
buying Oculus for so much money, they are in it for the long haul.
Well, so what if this happens? What if much like you have T-Mobile, AT&T, and Sprint and stuff like that sell you phones, and you pay a monthly amount for that in the service? What if Facebook's hey, we'll give you guys an Oculus, and you pay $20 a month for Facebook VR, and you're in there hanging out with all your Facebook friends, and you're watching movies and stuff like that. But you're basically financing the device, but that's the way that they get into the hands of the masses.
Maybe I think that would be way down the road, but there would still need to be demand from that's just fragmenting the issue, and that's making this $3,000 device $20 a month.
I guess if you're speaking in terms of 2016, yes, you might be right.
I think I think the Project Morpheus is going to come out next year. I think Oculus is going to come out next year. We're going to talk about it because we live in this gaming bubble and this and we're obviously super into these kind of things. But at a mainstream level, it's gonna hit like a thud. I think it's just gonna like people be like, "What?" Like,
I mean,
no,
dude,
I don't want to like.
10 years ago, a 720p TV was like $1,000. Now you can go buy one for $100.
I'm not, but that's so that's like a consumer device that is now better. But this is a new This is a completely new category of device. You can't compare this. I don't think to like a smartphone or like a TV.
DVD players,
This is
Blu-ray
something that
players.
is a completely new experience. This is like putting your existence into a device. This is like putting something over your face. It's interfacing with something at a level we've never seen before, and that's just like it's like you would need a company like I think Apple would be the only one to really do it right that could like tell a consumer this is why you need this.
And
This is
they
why,
probably are developing something right now.
I think they're like staying away.
And it's all
from
dancing
VR.
Mickey Mouses.
I can't
Put
imagine
yourself
them-
in Mickey Mouse.
Now you're Mickey and you're dancing.
Ooh, you're dancing.
I can't imagine they well, you don't want to touch a VR with a 10-foot pole because I just think that it's super idealistic right now, and I can't see it from a consumer level like taking off.
Well,
What do you think about 2016?
bookmark
Elliot?
this video. Come back in 10 years.
Yeah.
Hey, if I have a Project Morpheus next year because there's like a really cool Uncharted DLC for it.
Yeah, next
I'll
Black
buy it.
Friday. Next Black Friday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I can't see it. I can't see it. Sony spent 2 minutes of their press conference talking about Project Morpheus. Like out of an hour and a half, they only spent 2 minutes talking about this thing that could be the next like billion users of video games. Like I can't. I think it's cool, but I'm very apprehensive of it like being a success that we all want it to be.
I say
That's like
I say if we're
what I'm
talking
saying.
about 2016, you might be technically right, but beyond that, I think that you'll be on the wrong side of history on this one.
Okay.
Like Hitler.
Yeah.
I'm not Hitler.
And the Ku Klux
You're the
Klan.
Hitler of VR.
All right, I'm a Hitler of VR.
Yeah.
Sure.
2016, I will probably get another white president. No, we definitely will get.
Well,
another
no,
white
but that doesn't
president.
start till January 2017.
Oh,
but the
yeah,
voting is
that's
next year.
true.
Right, elected president elect.
The election's going to be like the biggest shit show of any election ever.
Yeah.
And it's going to be terrible, but it'll be a lot worse for everyone who lives in a swing state and has to like deal with just basically being confronted every waking minute of their day.
Until California secedes from the nation.
Yeah. That's not going to happen in
Texas.
2016 either. Star Wars is going to make more money than any other property in the history of the world for the rest of all time. And it'll probably do that by January 1st, 2016.
Yeah.
And I think it's gonna. I agree with you, and I think it's gonna happen again 3 months later when Batman v Superman comes out. I think
I don't know.
it could
Compared to Star Wars.
Well, I don't think it'll. Star Wars probably worldwide will probably make more money, but I just think like I think it's smart putting it in March. I think that's a good idea. It won't get like the longevity of like a Christmas or summer release because the kids aren't on break. But maybe I guess like summer break or spring break. I mean,
I just can't see it happening. I'm very excited for the movie, but
I mean, Batman has a huge Dark Knight made a ton of money, and
I don't think Dark Knight even performed as well as Jurassic World.
It didn't. No, Jurassic World did do better, but Jurassic World had a huge star in it with Chris Pratt. I think Ben Affleck is a big star. I think Superman. People still want to see like a good Superman movie, and it's like we're finally getting a Batman Superman movie, and
I think it's great. I think it's
gonna be huge.
It'll make a lot of money.
It will make a lot.
Not
of money.
Star Wars money.
Yeah.
Not Star Wars money, but
Star Wars is a worldwide, galaxy-wide phenomenon.
It might make more. I think it might make more than Jurassic World.
Dawn of Justice.
Yeah, I think it could.
I mean,
Especially if it's good. If it's good, people are going to go out there and people are gonna see
I hope
like
it's
3
good.
or 4 times if it's good.
I don't know. It's like Jurassic. The whole Jurassic franchise, I think, appeals to more people
A
because
broader audience.
Yeah, it's a very broad thing. It's like dinosaurs.
you also had the
it's not too
nostalgic factor
dark
and the kids.
Yeah, it's not too dark. The Zack Snyder DC universe is incredibly dark and humorless, and like I think that
that's true.
alienates a lot of people. It alienated me in the first Man of Steel.
Yeah. That's why I think it needs to be really good. Like it needs to be like maybe this is the one that they'll.
think we're
Is
gonna
Zack Snyder capable of that?
I think we're gonna get the best DC movie of next year is gonna be Suicide Squad.
Yes.
Yeah.
David Ayer is, I mean, although sometimes being hit or miss, like he can make a great movie, and
Yeah.
Suicide Squad isn't necessarily a serious kind of less serious than the big players.
Yeah,
Batman
it's got
and
a
Superman.
fucking human crocodile in it.
Yeah, so I don't know, man. I think that's going to be their best movie of the year. Which,
Out of the 2 that they released.
Yeah. But what I'm saying is, like, compared to Dawn of Justice, it probably won't perform as well, but
No, it'll be a better movie. Though.
yes. All right, well,
That's the prediction.
and that's the podcast. We had way too many questions, which is a good thing. So we'll take whatever we didn't answer and we'll put it into a surprise doc for next time when we don't have a guest again. But this is a lot of fun being able to actually like sit around and shoot the shit again without the boat anchor of a celebrity sitting somewhere. Yeah.
Oh, God, they're so needy.
Anyways, thanks for joining us, guys.
Hey guys, thanks for watching our podcast. No guests, but I hope you enjoyed just
that was a lot of
listening to
fun.
us talk dumb crap the whole time.
Yeah.
Anyway, this podcast was brought to you by DraftKings.
1 week fantasy football at DraftKings means every moment of every game could take you closer to a life-changing payday.
Play when you want and pick a new team every time. Hurry to DraftKings.com now and use promo code INSIDE to play for free with your first deposit in today's $1 million fantasy contest.
Only at DraftKings.com.